Right, so in today's video, we're going to be talking about how a TikTok mum somehow turned into a bit of a supervillain. Now, before we do get in all of that, I feel like I probably need to explain what is going on right now, because if you can't tell, things are a little bit different. So no, I haven't moved house and decided to film a video in the new kitchen or anything like that. We are currently actually in a camper van. We decided to buy a camper van and start like traveling around the place, and that's where I'm recording from right now. So you might start seeing a few more videos recorded in this scenery instead, kind of like a second studio if you will. Right, but either way, let's actually get into the topic for today's video. So there's two main people you need to be aware of in this situation. There is Tiffany Lynn, who is a TikToker with 8,000 followers, and there's jenneipher, who's a TikToker with 136,000 followers. And it all started when Tiffany uploaded this video right here talking about why she cancelled a kid's birthday party.
If you were a mom of a child with a birthday in the summertime, let me save you some heartache. I canceled her birthday this morning. I canceled my daughter's 4th birthday this morning. Basically been crying on and off all day because, of course, my mama heart breaks more than my 4-year-old child's, but no one is going to show up to their birthdays. I invited 16 kids to her birthday. That's not including adults, families, whatever, etc. And 7 were going to show up.
Okay, so you get the gist. It is a bit of a weird video, to be fair. I mean, she's talking about how she is cancelling her 4-year-old's birthday, I believe it was, because she invited 16 people and only 7 were showing up. So she decided, right, that's it, birthday's cancelled. It doesn't really make much sense to me, but she carries on to explain.
Of those 7, 3 of them were her neighbors. But so of those 7, it was 3 families. So 3 adults were going to be there, plus me and my husband. So 5 adults. And I know it's not about adults, but it just... The room that we rented was going to look empty. It was going to look like no one came to her birthday. Because the emptiness of that room, when everyone was going to be singing her happy birthday, was going to break my heart. Because we have been going to birthdays the last 2 months, because it's summers, there is like the beginning of summer. There's a lot of birthdays around us. And the rooms are packed. They're full.
So as you can probably tell, the main criticism that came from this video, and we'll get into it because Jen uploaded a response video, that's kind of how all this started, but the main criticism is people seem to believe that she cancelled the birthday party because of her own feelings, rather than like the kids' feelings. And in fact, to give you a much better idea of what people's thoughts were in this situation, here is Jen's video that kind of spiraled into a bunch of response videos.
So you cancelled your daughter's 4th birthday because you invited 15 kids and only 7 were gonna show up for your daughter's 4th birthday party because the room that you booked was going to look empty, because you couldn't stand the thought of seeing the look on your daughter's face and thinking that the room was going to be empty because she only had 7 of her friends instead of 15. So you cancelled it.
Okay, to be fair, unless I misunderstood the video, she did say that out of the 7, like 5 of them weren't going to be her friends. It was going to be like the mother's friends, I guess, like neighbours and stuff.
So instead of embracing what your daughter was going to have for her birthday party, you decided that you were just going to shut it down completely. Now, I mean, I don't know you, but I'm going to assume that you've been telling your daughter that she was going to have a birthday party. And I feel like what you're telling us is that you couldn't bear the thought of seeing your daughter be disappointed at an empty room, but you are okay with her being disappointed at losing her entire birthday party with her 7 friends.
Now, I would like to think in this scenario, and by the way, it is really hard to get like full context of the situation because so many videos have been deleted. Like, most of the videos I'm showing you right now are deleted videos, they're quite hard to find. But I am going to assume, just because I hope this is true, when Tiffany is saying that she's cancelling the birthday party because there weren't going to be that many people showing up, I'm going to assume that she was going to plan to do something else instead to replace that. Because cancelling the birthday party and not replacing it with anything would be pretty crazy, wouldn't it? But now this is the part in the situation where it all starts getting a bit weird, right? Because Tiffany has uploaded her video at this point talking about why she cancelled her daughter's birthday party. We've now had one response from Jen who clearly doesn't agree with what Tiffany is saying, and now we have Tiffany's response to what has happened so far. And this is where she goes into her like super villain mode. And what I mean by that is it's the way she's talking in this video. I mean, you'll see it. It really does seem like a villain in like a movie. It's a bit bizarre.
This video is for Jen. If your name is not Jen and you don't know who I am, then you can just keep scrolling. So I heard a few days late, I guess, that you were on here talking about me. So I just wanted to talk to you and say hi. I heard you had some things to say about my daughter's birthday party, about you thinking that I canceled her whole birthday and I'm such a horrible mom and human, and it was all about me and how self-centered I am. And oh, honey, could you be more wrong? And there's nothing I love more in life than being right.
Yeah, I think you'll understand what I was saying now, don't you? I'm not sure why she decided to come with this tone instead of just kind of like explaining it. Like I said, it does give like supervillain energy. But either way, she is going to go on to explain it, kind of.
But you know what I really think this is about is I'm giving you the most self-centered version of myself because I know that's what you love so much. This is who you think I am, right? You think I'm this self-centered mom that doesn't put her kids first and I only care about my looks, and God forbid a mom be pretty, because then she never cares about her children, right?
Yeah, that's not really the vibe that I was getting from Jen's video. She was just basically saying that she thinks that Tiffany only cancelled the birthday party because it would be embarrassing for her rather than for her kid. I don't really know where this whole like self-centered, only cares about her looks thing comes from, but I guess that's the vibe she got from it, at least.
It's so wild that people can think that just because they don't look good as a mom, or they're not a mom, that they can talk about another mom who looks good and is actually a good mom.
Okay, well that is quite possibly the most bizarre reaction she could have had to this. So she has took from Jen's video that Tiffany only cares about her looks and whatnot, and the way she's responded to that is by saying that Jen doesn't look good and isn't a good mum, or might not even be a mum. Now in Jen's video she does say that she is a mum, but what a wild response to make. And I think it's pretty clear why this video is deleted now, the amount of backlash she got from this, because she literally took it so personally for no reason, right? You've got Jen who is giving opinions that Tiffany might not like, but instead of insulting her looks, maybe just respond to what she said and maybe clarify things, be like, oh no, she did have a party, but it just wasn't the party she was originally going to have. That's if that's what happened, of course.
Let's talk about that, because I'm actually one pretty badass mom, if I do say so myself, and you don't know jack about me, but you wanted to talk to your 127,000 followers about me. And I mean, thank you for getting my name out there, because I mean, thank you.
Yeah, I think she really thought that this was going to get a much different reaction. I assume that she thought the comments were going to be full of people like, oh yeah, you stand on business and all this stuff. Didn't really go that way.
And you know, I was going to come on here and explain the whole situation and what I did for my daughter and how we celebrated her, but I don't owe you anything. I actually don't owe you an explanation at all. I don't know you as a human, and I don't owe you anything more than leaving you with what you think you know about me, which is actually nothing.
I mean, yeah, she obviously doesn't owe anyone an explanation, really, but then you can't really be annoyed when people take your original video at face value because you haven't explained any further.
So I hope you have a better day. I hope that you choose more positivity in your life, because I scrolled through a little bit of your TikTok and it just seems like you spend a lot of time being angry. And I think instead of sitting on TikTok and being angry all the time, which must be exhausting, I think you should figure out why you're doing that and maybe heal that instead. I think you'll be a lot happier. I think you'll love yourself a lot more. And I think you're lacking a lot of that. So instead, I hope that you have a better day. I hope that you have a good day today. I hope you are having a good Sunday. And I hope you find some joy in whatever part of your body you can pull that from, because you really need it.
Okay, well that's Tiffany's video. She obviously thought this was a bit of like a gotcha video that was probably going to have a much better reaction than it did. It didn't have a good reaction. The video ended up getting deleted. Jen then responded in kind of like a more vague video. She just kind of like stitches this video or duets. I don't really know the TikTok terms, but it's basically a video like this where she's kind of like green screened herself onto the video and Tiffany is talking in the video that we just watched, and then Jen will say some stuff here and there. Now Jen's videos at this point are getting millions of views talking about this situation, and I can imagine there's probably a bit of backlash here. Now I can't really see the comments at this point because the videos are now deleted, but it's got to the point where Tiffany has released a response video, kind of trying to take like accountability and apologize for it.
I will be truthfully honest this entire video, but with one main thing in the in the fact that I did not believe I would ever be on this app recording this video apologizing to Jen. Not because she didn't deserve it, but because I have the hardest time admitting when I'm wrong. And on top of that, it's admitting when I'm wrong, when someone has hurt me. Because I feel like that's just, it's tough for me. I've struggled with it my entire life, and I am clearly still struggling with it.
Yeah, I don't really think there would have been that much backlash at all if Tiffany's response video to Jen was just kind of clarifying what actually happened. Like if she made a response video saying, okay, yes, I did cancel birthday party and see maybe how it looks that way, but we did do this instead, and this is what she did for her birthday, and it just wasn't the original plans. I think that would have been a lot better. Obviously it didn't go that way. It turned into a bit of like a supervillain scene out of a movie, but yeah, as she's saying here, she doesn't think that was the right decision.
But I apologize to Jen. I should have never brought her looks into the situation.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how anyone would have thought that that would have been a good idea in a response video. That will never go down well.
When I started receiving all the hate, I went back to the original video after Jen had stitched it because everyone was freaking out that I canceled her birthday. And I was honestly in disbelief because I didn't know. I didn't say birthday party. Regardless, canceling her birthday party would have still sounded bad, but I wanted to know why all these people thought I was canceling her entire day.
Okay, so clearly I'm guessing what she's referring to here is that, yes, she cancelled the birthday party, but she still did something for her kid's birthday, which definitely would have been a good thing to mention in the original video. Probably would have stopped a lot of this. But even if it's not mentioned in the original video, in the response, if it was mentioned, again, this would have kind of all just been over instead of just going at her looks for no reason.
If I have learned anything, I not only have done hurtful things when I am hurt to Jen, but I've done it to other people in my life. And it's something I have to run around now and make apologies that are deserved, because I should have never talked about Jen's looks in my video. Clearly, how I'm speaking now is who I am. In that video, it was satire. I was not me. I was portraying an individual.
Okay, so she's apologising for it all, which is good. She's saying that the response video was like kind of satire. The reason why she was talking like this supervillain, I guess, was because Jen's video is saying how Tiffany cared more about herself in that situation, so she was portraying like a character who cared more about herself. I don't know. It was all a bit of a weird choice, realistically.
I still didn't need to end the video the way I ended it, talking about her looks. So I just wanted to come on here and say sorry. Because I got one last message from someone when I made the apology video earlier, and it was a very backhanded apology, being that because I cannot stand when someone says, I'm sorry, but, and I wanted to come on here and fix that, because if I cannot stand someone saying, I'm sorry, but, then I shouldn't be the one saying the same exact thing.
Okay, so this is her second apology video. Now, I haven't seen the original because, like I said, so many videos are deleted. They're really hard to find. It took a while to find these. So, again, I don't really know how the first apology looked. She is saying that she did a whole, like, I'm sorry, but type apology, which she now doesn't agree with.
And in that video, I said, blah, 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 but. So, in that case, to me, that's not a true apology, and I feel like Jen deserves a true apology, regardless if she'll ever accept it or not. And I think that's it. That's all I have to say. I think that's all that is needed to say.
Okay, so that is Tiffany's apology. Now, I'm looking at the comment section here. It's kind of like a mixed response, it seems. We've got comments here saying, you said what you said. It wasn't satire, you were being mean, period. To which Tiffany actually responded saying, and that's your opinion, I can't change that, I'm at peace with it. But then on the other hand, we've got comments saying, accountability, we forgive you. Don't know anything about the situation or the people involved, but this is a breath of fresh air and inspiring. It feels like a person trying to do better. So as you can see, there's clearly a bit of a mixed response. I would love to know your opinions in the comment section down below on the whole situation, and I'm going to leave the video there. So if you did enjoy, please do a like on it, subscribe if you are new, and until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, goodbye.